Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. What happens when a self-proclaimed street revolutionary decides to bully a woman and then runs into someone who actually believes in consequences? Today's story is about fake toughness meeting real-world alpha energy. Kicking things off with a real hero. A guy thinks insulting a 9/11 widow is a personality trait until her massive son arrives to provide a very physical reality check.
Don't worry.
My husband died in 9/11.
Good for him. Good. Good. Those NYPD were a bunch of sodomizers. Sodomizing immigrants with their bully sticks. So yeah, your husband probably should rot in the grave.
Tough guy.
You call my mama? What? Why are you running now? What? You don't like it? Come on. Yeah, that's right. Go home, bitch.
This guy clearly spent too much time in the Twitter trenches and forgot that IRL saying rot in his grave to a widow has physical consequences. He went from edgy political commentator to local man reconsidering his life choices the second he realized the widow's son is basically a human mountain with a very short fuse. If you thought that was peak bravery, a protester plays human shield to stop an old lady from speaking because apparently free speech is a DLC he hasn't unlocked yet.
Disgusting.
Well, tell me your point of view. So are you from Cork?
No, I can.
No, don't. You're only going to misrepresent you, you know?
No, these are good people.
What's your name?
I don't agree. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to comment on that.
Why are you interrupting us? Why are you mansplaining to her who she can talk
Trying to
to?
make sure
Are you her
you're
boss?
aware.
Do you think she should wear a burqa?
No, that's... Sorry, that's...
Do you see what happens? Do you see you're not allowed to talk to nobody?
Witness the pure, unadulterated entitlement of a guy who thinks his political side gives him a lifetime subscription to controlling other people's conversations. He's trying to cancel a real-life interaction in real time, only to be reminded that, surprisingly, he's not the CEO of the public sidewalk or the boss of anyone's opinion. But wait, it gets creepier. This guy called the cops on a reporter, then hovered over her like a glitching NPC, proving that staying hydrated isn't the only thing he's forgotten to do.
We've got 4 cops here.
Hold on.
I just got touched by a visitor.
Is he calling the cops?
Yes, they're on the line.
Why are you calling the
They
cops?
just touched me, and that's not okay.
Okay, get down
They'll
Okay.
call.
My name is Caitlin Bennett. It's so nice to meet you. My
I
media.
haven't heard
Way.
this interaction.
She likes seeing people go mentally nuts. Nice.
We want to keep the temperature down. Okay. So maybe you could
Yeah.
quit.
Could I just go back here? Could I just go down here and we'll just
Yeah,
take a
just
break
go.
from him?
Duncan,
I'm
please
not
step
done.
back. Please step back.
I'll just go down here and I'll leave these people
I'm here to
alone.
stay
And
with
I'll
you.
just
Come
go
with
to the
that.
other side.
All right.
Okay.
No.
I don't want to bother him. Is it
I've already
okay?
done it. Way too late.
I don't want to continue bothering him. So is it okay if I just stay down here and
No.
you guys go down there?
Okay.
I'm just, who are you representing?
Just myself. It's right here, Liberty Hangout. It's my
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Okay.
That's it. I saw you guys were out here on a whim. I was like, let's go get their voices out. I have about 3 million followers. And so there's a lot of people that would love to hear what you guys are saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm on camera.
So, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a peaceful demonstration. We just don't want anybody to be incited. So as long as you're staying within those parameters,
Yeah.
we're okay with that.
Nothing says I'm a stable individual like calling the cops on a reporter and then refusing to let her leave. He's standing there waving at the lens with a look that says, I definitely haven't had a social interaction since 2019, proving that some people view a public sidewalk as their own personal stage for performance art. Now for some mental gymnastics. Watch a debate where poverty justifies anything meets victim blaming, featuring a guy who thinks being annoying is a protected human right and logic is a tool of oppression.
Do you wish that you could date Brianna J. Rivers? She's a little bit bigger than you. I don't know. Maybe you like that dominant woman type of thing. Maybe he likes to be dominated.
You think you're a female Nate Friedman or something, man? Get the out of here.
Thank you. That's a compliment because I like Nate Friedman.
Yeah, you like all that conservative radical bull.
So what do you have to say for 12-year-old Jocelyn who was brutally raped and murdered by 2 men that weren't ever supposed to be in the country? Can you condemn that?
Yeah, we can condemn that.
Okay, should they be deported?
Yes, people that commit crimes should be deported.
Perfect, but every illegal immigrant committed a crime by coming into this country illegally.
And when they're here and they're actually trying to go and get their citizenship or get their residency, what happens to these people?
Why didn't they do it before coming into the country? Like so many millions of immigrants do every single year.
Some people don't have the luxury to do that.
And that's our fault?
It's not our fault. It's not their fault.
They should be able to break the law.
It's not their fault either.
They should be able to break the law.
It's not a crime.
Answer the question or no?
I answered the question.
That's not an
Poverty is
answer.
not a crime. If you're poor and you don't have the means and assets,
you should be able to break the law.
To make it by the system, you should be able to do whatever you need to do to make it by as a human being.
Okay, so do whatever you need to do. So if you feel like you want to rape a young woman because you come from a third world country, you can go ahead and do what you need to do and break the law, right?
Poverty means if you
got to do what you got to do. Rewind the clip.
You have to do to make it by in life. I did not say that allows.
What if that means that you're going to rape someone?
What's wrong with you? That does not mean that you want to rape someone.
Should you be able to steal?
So somebody being poor means that they want to rape people? That's what you're saying?
No.
That's exactly what you just said. Stop your bullshit.
These guys were poor and they raped women.
You sound crazy.
I asked you a question.
You got punched in your face in Harlem for.
I sound crazy. Do you condemn me being assaulted? Do you condemn me being assaulted?
That assault
it was justified.
It happened to you because you kept
right. It was my fault. Yeah, victim blame.
You kept following the lady after she told you stop bothering her.
I didn't follow her. We never moved from the space. She's the one who walked up to me.
You kept
but that's awesome.
You tried to spin the narrative. That's
so you think she should have punched me? That was okay.
If you antagonize somebody multiple times and they tell you to stop,
why didn't she walk away like an adult?
She told you to stop and you kept antagonizing.
No, she didn't. You clearly didn't watch the footage.
I saw what happened.
Do you have a crush on her? Do you wish that you could date Breonna J. Rivers?
Are you crazy?
She's a little bit bigger than you. I don't know. Maybe you like that dominant woman type of thing. Maybe he likes to be dominated. I don't know.
Watch this intellectual heavyweight argue that laws are just suggestions if you're poor, but physical assault is a fact of life if you're a female reporter. He manages to excuse international border hopping and victim blame a woman for being punched, all while looking like he's one more question away from short-circuiting his own motherboard. Shifting to a physics lesson, a protester decides physical assault is the best way to stop journalism, only to find out gravity is a nonpartisan force that doesn't care about your political affiliations.
This is a public sidewalk. I can stand right here if I want to. Touch me and see what happens. Touch me and see what happens.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. This is a minor, yo. Hey, don't touch him. Don't touch him.
You touched me first.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You touched me first.
Call the cops. Call the cops. Hey, don't touch her. Do not touch her. Do not touch her. Do not touch her. Keep recording. Keep recording. Do not touch her.
This peaceful activist decided that grabbing and shoving reporters was the best way to win hearts and minds. It turns out when you spend your afternoon trying to tackle people, someone eventually stops you. Watching her go from aggressive attacker to outraged floor ornament in 3 seconds flat is the kind of cinematic justice we all need. Speaking of moral high grounds, a woman refuses to hold a sign for a murdered girl because it might clash with her current aesthetic, proving unity is great until it requires actual empathy.
I have a proposition for you.
Okay.
I'll hold your sign if you hold one of ours.
I'm not gonna do that.
I will rally for justice for him. If you rally for justice for Jocelyn, I will hold your sign if you hold one of ours of the women who were killed by illegal aliens. I'll hold that if you hold ours.
I believe everyone who's murdered should have justice.
All right, well then let's do it. Give me that one. She's gonna hold this sign.
I'm not gonna do that.
Why won't you hold her sign?
Fighting for a cause right now. I know you are too, but this is my cause.
What about her?
It's very sad people are murdered every day. You know?
So we can find unity right now. I'll hold justice for him if you hold justice for her.
I'm okay. Thank you, though.
These people will do everything except say that this little girl should have been saved. The people who killed her should have been deported before they even got to her. They refuse to acknowledge or even look at.
This lady is all about justice for all until she's asked to acknowledge a victim who doesn't help her political scorecard. She's treating human life like a trade-in value at a car dealership, refusing to hold a picture of a girl because it might accidentally suggest that laws should, actually be enforced. Next, a masterclass in dialogue. An activist with a megaphone demands a conversation while refusing to read the document she's mad about, resulting in in a silence so awkward it physically hurts to watch.
What are we out here protesting today?
Trump.
Why?
All this craziness, the ICE raids, all of that, taking people that are citizens.
Can you name one U.S. citizen that was deported? I'll give you $20 if you can.
No.
Not in your face. You're out here protesting on a public sidewalk.
Fine. We'll just read this right here.
Read it for me, please.
Oh, like you haven't read it? It's the most embarrassing thing this country's ever
Read it for
heard.
me, please. I would love to know. Please educate me.
And I'm sure you don't know that.
No, nothing.
And why?
Nothing.
They didn't like.
No.
And they didn't like the person.
This is just so sad. I really do feel bad for you. I do.
Their thoughts.
Are you thinking of something?
I mean, you can Google something and not Google it's me approach, and that's not bad.
Here's a masterclass in modern discourse. Scream at the top of your lungs for hours, but freeze like a computer crashing when asked to actually read the words you're shouting about. She demands civic dialogue while using a loudspeaker to prevent it, only to be reduced to a long, awkward silence that speaks louder than her megaphone ever could. If logic was missing before, check this. One man speed runs a protest by dressing as a trans Mexican, successfully triggering a chorus of Nazi chants because the satire was too high concept for the sidewalk.
Weak ass male fragile ego. Racially profiled for being Mexican, and I was born.
Watch as one man uses a costume to unleash a torrent of progressive slurs from a crowd that supposedly champions equality. It's a bold experiment in social commentary, proving that if you dress up as the intersectional trifecta, you might just get called a bitch by the very people who promise to protect you. Then there's the empty room segment. A woman gets kicked out from a Joy Reid event after pointing out the crowd size was more unfilled waiting room than political revolution.
Joy Reid, you suck! You're a loser! MSNBC fired you because you're a loser! You suck! America first, you can't even get a sizable crowd! No one's here! It's empty! It's empty! It's empty! You're a loser! You're all mentally ill! You're simping for a criminal! He is a criminal! He is a... Yes?
Stop. Who are you? Stop.
What?
Stop.
What do you mean, do I know who you are? Why are you simping for illegal criminals?
No, why are you distracted?
Because I think you guys are losers.
I think you are scum. Why are you here? This is not your event.
Okay, it's a free country, isn't it? Is it a free country? You want to know who the fascists are? You guys. You guys are the fascists. You guys are the fascists.
I don't need any arguments right now. No fighting. They're having their demonstration. Just let it be. There's no need to cause commotion right now at all. You have an opinion, that's perfectly fine. Take it elsewhere. They organized this. You did not. Understand? Over here.
Yeah, I'm walking. Oh my God. I'm trying to walk. Excuse me. Wow. My tax dollars at work. My tax dollars at work. These police officers getting in my face. Little old me.
I thought everyone was welcome at these events. Only on our borders, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
Nothing says democracy in action like kicking out a woman for stating the obvious about a dismal turnout. Our hero here pointed out that the crowd was more private viewing than public uprising, which apparently violated the strict no reality allowed policy of the event. And because facts are apparently optional now, this debate devolves into a masterclass of no you didn't as two guys try to, well, actually their way out of political violence stats with desperate moves.
I think it's hilarious how we're always hyper-focused on Trump when the left wing has been the most violent political party over the last 10 years. Y'all are laughing about this, but Charlie Kirk just got shot in front of by a left-winger.
No.
Yes.
Well, what was on the bullet as well? It was also
fascist,
and he also had stuff from Groyberg.
This guy was dating a trans person.
Oh no, you have no proof of that. You don't. You're really making it up. They did everything they could to make it.
all of the evidence.
No, they literally just had no proof that he was dating a trans person.
Okay,
Also,
so
crazy.
fine. You're right.
No, you interrupted me. You interrupted me. I was speaking.
So that
No,
Just go ahead.
okay, so it's ongoing, but that's like insane.
You speak a lot, and then you get
So
mad
do
at
you,
either of us when
Dean.
we do.
So do you.
My point is, we don't exactly have an ideological motive,
Yes,
considering
we
that
do.
on the bullet there were multiple things that were written on those. It doesn't really actually.
Have you ever heard of Antifa?
Have you ever heard of shutting the fuck up?
Yeah, that was really disrespectful.
Because-
Dean, I thought that you were
There's
a
just no productive dialogue to be had.
feminist.
These two gentlemen are attempting to perform a triple somersault over their own party's violence record, claiming that the guy who literally shot a conservative was just having a bad day. It's hilarious watching them try to explain away political assassinations with no proof while simultaneously treating a woman's question like it's a physical attack on their character. Coming up, the lady who hates money. A protester is so concerned about US citizens being deported, she'd rather pass up $20 than provide a single name of someone it happened to.
What are we out here protesting today?
Trump.
Why?
All his craziness, the ICE raids, all of that, taking people that are citizens.
Can you name one U.S. citizen that was deported? I'll give you $20 if you can.
No.
This activist is so deeply passionate about the plight of deported citizens that she's willing to pass up a free $20 rather than provide a single solitary name of someone it actually happened to. It turns out that her entire moral outrage is fueled by a narrative thinner than the air she's wasting protesting on this sidewalk. Which brings us to selective memory. We've reached the I didn't know when my team did it stage of the interview, where history conveniently begins and ends whenever it's most comfortable.
Do you believe in mass deportation?
No.
What about
due process, man? Due process. You can't just pick up somebody off the street because they're a color or they speak a foreign language. That's not right.
So, did you support Obama's deportations?
I don't know. I mean, I think anybody that deports through due process is doing the right thing.
Right. So under Obama and Biden, they both deported more illegals than Donald Trump's first and second administration.
Yeah.
They built the cages down south, as we both know. According to the ACLU, which is the organization that combats illegal due process and immigration rights, they have come out and said during Obama's first administration, he deported without due process. So my questions I have for people is, how come people weren't up in arms back then, but they are now?
Well, I didn't know about it then.
This activist is currently experiencing a total system failure when confronted with the fact that Democratic administrations built the cages and deported more people than Trump. Her defense, a solid, I didn't know about it then, proving that her moral compass is calibrated exclusively to whatever the current news cycle tells her to care about. And finally, the ultimate betrayal. A veteran calls a woman a Nazi while claiming he wouldn't fight for her. A bold strategy for someone whose original job description was literally fighting for everyone.
As a combat veteran, why are you not protecting my rights to come out here and want to engage with people? Why would you encourage people not to talk to me?
I would never fight for you.
Really?
No, not your Nazi trash.
Why?
Because you're out here trying to spin a narrative that's just not true.
Yeah.
And
You
know
lied.
it too.
You know.
You know it too.
Tell me something that's not true. So this guy is kind of like that Eric Rhodes guy that is like, I'm a veteran against Trump. And he comes out here, he's a veteran, he just straight up said, I wouldn't fight for you.
I've got a question.
That's why we need to be aware of what's going on in our government. He is a combat veteran and just said he would not fight for me.
Not for you.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because you're a Nazi. You're out here trying to cause a narrative that's not true.
How am I a Nazi?
So I have a question for you.
How am I a Nazi?
I have a question for you.
How am I a
I
Nazi?
have a question for you. You gonna answer?
A U.S. combat veteran just called me a Nazi and said he would not fight for
You're
me.
framing a narrative that's not true.
Yeah, is that Nazism?
You're here framing a nationalist narrative that's not true. And you know it. You know it. You're not stupid.
That's disgusting of you as a combat veteran to say he would not fight for me.
Disgusting?
That also means he wouldn't fight for you. You wouldn't fight for tens of millions of people in this country because of their political opinions. That is vulgar. That is vulgar. That is disgusting. What?
If they're a Christian nationalist, I will not fight for them, no.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're a veteran. Good thing you're not still out there, and please don't re-enlist because you would not be trusted.
Witness the ultimate defender of freedom decide that freedom of speech only applies to people who share his specific view of history. He's calling someone a Nazi because he has no argument left, showcasing the incredible cognitive dissonance required to be a self-appointed guardian of democracy while acting like a censor. And that's the pattern. Loud until consequences show up. If you think accountability should never go out of style, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which clip shocked you the most. I'll see you in the next one.